Good morning. Happy Monday. We have changed our stage, our camera setup a little bit because of the sun and the mat getting super hot. Plus it's a little earlier than I usually film. So the sun on that part of the patio isn't quite there yet. And with the sun behind me, I just end up kind of getting too dark. The frame is too dark and it's kind of hard to see my movements. So we're going to try this morning. Hope you guys had a great weekend. We have our mat. We have a chair with the back of the chair facing into the mat at the very edge of the mat. Make sure it's a pretty sturdy chair. It may be a little higher than my chair, which is fine. That may be a little more helpful. And then you'll need your dumbbells. We will be turning the chair partway through the workout till the seat, so the seat of the chair faces you, for some push-ups and leg lifts and doing some movements where we're seated on the chair with the weights. Okay, so I'm going to turn away from the camera. I'm going to face sideways. My feet are in Pilates V. Hands are gently onto the seat of the chair and shoulders are rolled back. So standing in this neutral spine, we're not deeply tucked, but we're definitely not an extension. So just a nice natural lumbar curve. We're going to start off warming up the feet. So when we do this bar work, really works the feet and the calves a lot. So we're going to warm up our feet by raising and lowering our heels. Our legs are zipped together. Heels are together. Heels stay together as you lift and lower. And the turnout itself for the feet is a small V. It's not a very wide V. So if you've taken ballet in the past and you have that really wide turnout, this is not going to be quite as turned out. Okay, so more like a 45-degree angle. So let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and now hold on this last one. Now your heels are together, nice and high. All toes are squeezing the mat. You're just going to lower your heels halfway down and then back up. So your heels don't touch the mat at the very low part. Okay, they're just going to go halfway down and back up. Good job. You may not even need the chair at this point, but we're not really working on trying to balance. I want you to be able to really focus on your feet, and that's why it's nice to have the chair there. Let's do 3 more. We should feel a good burning. 2. Now hold up this last one. We're going to pulse at the top with straight legs. So just pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring those heels all the way down. Now we're going to come up onto our toes again, and we're just going to bend one knee as the other heel taps the mat, and then we're going to switch. Okay, so we're doing a single heel raise with a bended knee as the other heel taps down. Good. Abdominals in. Kind of call this maybe a running in place, but in turnout. Okay, so let's do 3 more sets. 2 and 1. Very good. Now bring the heels down and then raise them up again. Now with the high heels, holding the heels together, we're going to bend the knees and straighten the legs, keeping the heels lifted. Squeezing the glutes, standing tall, keeping the abdominals pulled in. You can hear the birds. I know we don't have the view of the yard on this one, but they are out. It is supposed to be, 99 degrees or some crazy temperature in the middle of May already. Can't imagine what July is going to be like. 1 more time. Very nice. Now bring your heels down. Good job. Okay, so separate your heels, parallel feet. I want you to step your right leg back, press the heel down on the back foot, and then just kind of shift your pelvis back to stretch the back of that forward leg. Holding the seat of the chair, you're going to rock back to where you lift up your toes, stretching a little bit deeper into those calf muscles. Very good. And then bring the foot down, and then just the other side. So you're going to just step back. First, just give yourself a nice pelvis press back, and then lift up the toes here, lowering the shoulders. Very good. Okay, so from here, I'm going to turn to face you, and we are going to be in a wide second position. And we're just going to start a second position plie. I'm going to let my arm travel out in front. I'm going to keep my hand on the seat of the chair. So we're going to have the arm start at the bottom. We're going to plie and stand, plie and stand. Good. Now you may not even need the chair. It's just some place for that hand to go since the chair is there. But you could have the other hand on the hip, whatever, because we're going to go do this on the other side as well, and we won't be holding the chair. So it'll be a little different. So let's do 5 more. Remember, again, the abdominals are pulled in. The posture is great. Let's do 3 more. 2 and 1. Now, we're going to come down to that plie and hold. We're going to take that arm that's off to the side, and we're just going to do little side bends for 10, 9. Now you're holding your plie. 8, 7, good job. 6, 5, 4, go a little deeper in the plie. 3, and 2, and 1. Very good, and then bring it up. Now, we're going to go ahead and take the hand that was moving onto the hip. The hand that was on the chair, bring it in front of you. We're going to go ahead and take that arm out in front as you plie. 2, abdominals in. 3, good job. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're going to hold our 10th plie right here. Take that arm that was moving in the front to the side. We're going to go into that nice side bend, holding your plie. 2, little lateral flexion. 3, 4. That's what we love about combining the bar with the Pilates method and those Pilates foundational principles, is that we get a lot of spinal movement, which is so great for just your everyday life. Sometimes you just get really tight in that back. Let's do 3 more here. And it's so good to move the spine. 2, and 1. Very good. Now you're going to come out of your plie, place both hands on the hips. Now you may need to use your chair because we're going to be doing the plies with the heel raise. So we're going to start off by going into the plie, then raise up on your toes, then straighten the legs, then bring the heels down. Okay? So it's plie first. Hold your plie, heels lift. Keep your heels lifted. Straighten the legs, and then heels down. Woo, 8 more. Plie, heels up, straighten legs, heels down. Plie, heels up, straighten legs, heels down. Now a couple of points on this. If you're having a hard time doing your plie without lifting your heels at the beginning, you may have your feet too close. Okay, so just be cautious on that. Make sure that the legs are apart enough and the feet have a wide stance to be able to go through that whole sequence. Again, you can always use your chair. It'll make it a lot easier to be able to hold that heel raise as you straighten your legs. Let's do 3 more. Plie, heel raise, straighten the legs, heels down. Plie, heel raise, straighten the legs, heels down. 1 more. Plie, heel raise, straighten the legs, heels down. Now come down to your plie and hold. Now raise your right heel, bring it down. Left heel. So again, you see we're articulating through that foot. When we combine that ballet bar with our Pilates work, we want strong, supple feet. Good. Especially if you're a runner, you're doing a lot of hiking, and you're really kind of, challenging your feet, stepping through life, stepping into, maybe even cyclists, you're in those tighter, hard-soled shoes. We need to work the feet. Let's do 1 more set here. Good. Now come up out of that. Now go ahead and hold on to the chair lightly. Go back into the plie and raise your heels up. Now hold your heels and straighten and bend your legs. So keeping your heels lifted, doing your plie, holding your heels up. Quads, inner thighs should be really shaky now. I know mine are. Use your chair a little bit here. We hadn't done a bar workout in a while, and they're so great because, again, you're really getting that good strength training lower body. 3 more here. Woo! 2, I feel it. And 1, very nice. Now bring the heels down, stand it up, shake out your legs. Good. So now I'm going to stand again, facing away to the side of the camera. My hand closest to the seat of the chair is holding lightly. I'm going to just take my feet in small turnout, and all I'm going to do is just raise and lower my outside leg and arm, okay? So rolling the shoulders back, belly in, point the toes, and then bring it down. Now I'm trying to bring my foot, I'm not going to bring it all the way back to first position. It's going to kind of land slightly in front, in turnout of the other turned out foot. Good. So we have all that warmth that we've created in the legs. We're going to do 4 more. 3, continuing to warm. Oh, there's a lizard. Okay, so we're going to do now the same thing, and then we're going to lift the leg to the back, bend the forward knee, and tap the floor. So it's going to be lift, tap. So my leg just sweeps through my moving leg. You'll probably need your chair on this. Just make sure that you're very careful. That standing leg is bending on that tap. The leg behind is not soft. It's long and straight in both directions. 3 more. Good. 2, and 1. Nice. Let's go to the other side. So my inside leg is my stabilizing leg. My inside arm is on the chair. I have my turn out of my feet. The first thing we started with is just the raise and lower of the leg, point of the toes, standing in good posture, breathing. It's already getting warm even in the shade, but our bodies are getting warm, so that's good. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, how are we doing? 1. Now, we go forward, we sweep the leg back, we bend that standing leg, tap the floor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Make them great. One more time. Good job. Back to this side, still facing away. Passe. I'm in turn out. The outside leg is going to slide, my foot's going to slide up my inside of my other leg. Okay, so the adductor, I'm going to bring this arm out just to hold it, my left arm, my outside arm. So I'm just going to passe my leg up. You can see my knee is open. All right, I'm going to tap out in front with an extended leg, passe up, tap back. Passe, reach forward and back. Forward and back. Good job. Reach. Forward and back. This arm's just reminding me of keeping my shoulders nice and square. A little soft elbow. 4 more. Really reach. It's an intentional movement. Pilates always said the exercise begins with the intention. 1 more time. Good, now hold the leg back. Hinge forward a little bit. We're going to raise and tap that back leg. 2, belly in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. 2 exercises on both sides. You got this. We got the other side. Inside arm holds the chair. I'm in turn out on both legs. Outside arm soft out in front of you. I'm going to slide my foot up, bending my knee lateral. I'm going to reach my leg out, tap my toe on the floor. Passe, reach my leg back, tap my toe on the floor. Here we go. 2, and back. 3, back. 4. Good job. 5, 6, standing tall. 7, squeeze those glutes. Reach the leg back. 8, woo! 9, I should turn that fan on. And 10, now the leg is behind you, the outside leg, toes pointed, pitch forward just a little bit. This base leg stays strong. We're going to raise and tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Standing behind your chair again on your mat. We're going to walk our feet back, bring the feet and legs together. Bring the torso, hinge it, pitch it forward till it is, 90-degree shape from head to feet. Push back your pelvis a little bit. Right here, your back is not round, like so. Puff out your chest. Lower your shoulders. Put a little more weight in your heels, lifting your toes. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. And then let go with one hand and bring it towards the floor. Let go with the other hand. Now tuck your chin, tuck your tail, and kind of give yourself a lumbar stretch, and then articulate up in that flexion, 1 vertebra at a time. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to turn my chair around. My weights are in my chair, so I'm going to try to turn it without moving my weights. Still going to kind of place my chair towards the edge of my mat. Very good. Okay, so we're going to grab our weights. We're going to take a seat on the chair, facing forward. Roll the shoulders a couple times. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to sit at the very edge of the seat, right? Sits bones at the edge of the seat. Turn the palms facing forward. Grow tall, good posture. Bicep curl. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You may have heavier weights. That's okay. 2, and 1. Now bicep curl, turn the palms to face away from you, elbows wide, reach up, tap your weights. Bend the elbows, turn it back, bring it down. So we curl, rotate, reach, bend, rotate, lower. Okay, so we have this nice combination of a bicep overhead press. Good. Now we've done a lot of these with standing plies and all of that, which is great. We're kind of doing this seated now just as a modification. If you would like to be standing and do this standing, that's okay. I'm just doing a nice Monday kick off the week workout. Maybe not as quite as some of our others, or as intense as some of our others. We have 3 more of this combo. Try not to shrug your shoulders. Last one, now hold here. We're gonna bend and tap, so it looks like this. Okay, good. Belly in, sitting tall. I like the sitting because we sit a lot in our daily life, and so this is a great reminder of how we should be sitting. I know a lot of us are in those Zoom meetings, right? And we may slouch, we get tired of sitting. Sitting really starts to affect our posture. Let's do 3 more here, not in a good way. So 2 and 1. Now hold the weights together, elbows point forward. You're gonna tap the back, elbows bend deeply, extend to the ceiling. Your biceps are by your ears, your arms are framing your head. Again, you're reminding yourself of your posture seated. If you have a mirror in front of you, I can kind of see myself in the reflection of the window. And I want to see that my head is stacked right over my shoulders are right over my ribs are right over the pelvis. Let's do 3 more. Breathing, 2 more, and 1. Very good. Now, we're going to put the weights down. I'm going to kind of move them off to the side. We're going to do some tricep dips here. I'm going to take my hands to the corners of the seat of my chair. I'm going to walk out my feet a little bit so I can bring my hips off, okay? Now, draw your shoulders down. We come into this position and immediately we sink, right? You have to hold yourself up with the muscle, pull the core, and now you're going to bend your elbows where you point them back to the back of the chair and then straighten your arms. 2, nice and slow. 3, 4, 1 to be in this position. We think about that posture, so make sure you're really focusing on that. Your feet are nice and strong on your mat. We have 5 more, and 4, woo, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Carefully come back up onto the seat of the chair. Take one arm back behind, next to the ear, elbow bent, palm behind the shoulder. Use your other hand to gently pull your elbow back. Breathe, and then switch. Very nice. Okay. Shake it out, roll your wrist. We're going to stand it up. We're turning now. Now we have that seat of the chair facing you. We're going to take the hands to the outside of the chair, like this. Fingers on the outside, maybe thumbs on the top. Make sure your chair feels sturdy. Take one leg back, other leg back. Find your plank. Lift your chest. Pull your belly in. This is a great place to practice plank. Can you squeeze your ankles together? Can you squeeze your inner thighs? Feel very active in your legs. Zipped up inner thighs. Lifted belly. Squeeze the glutes. We're breathing. Hold this shape for 10 more seconds. Triceps should be feeling it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now stay on your toes and just take your hands, point them forward, your fingers, and then just shift back to kind of a downward facing dog modification here with your arms a little higher. You're looking straight down at your toes, not to your knees, so your chin still has some space under it, so it's not flush against your chest. Very good. And then we're going to turn those fingertips out again, and we're going to go back into another plank. Squeeze. Great place to practice the plank. Right, you're off of the floor, and if your chair has a little cushion, kind of not so hard on the wrists. Hold here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn those fingertips forward, and again, maybe walk your heels of your hands back. Shift back. Can you put your weight in your heels a little bit? Stretch the back of the legs. Hold. We have 1 more of those in 3, 2, 1. Try not to push on your chair. You're using it again just for placement. You're not pushing against it. Don't slide it against the floor. Hold here. How hard can you squeeze your quads? Can you really lift your thighs away from your knees? Can you squeeze your inner thighs tighter? Can you lift up through that pelvic floor? Can you lift up through your navel and knit those ribs together? Can you squeeze down into your armpits? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, turn your thumbs and fingers forward, careful. Maybe walk your feet in a little bit, just be cautious. Push down in your heels, look down to your big toe, lower your shoulders, hold 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Now, I'm going to come down on my forearms on the chair. I'm going to raise my right leg. Now, my left leg is kind of standing under my left hip, and I'm going to rotate my hip kind of to the camera, and then I'm going to flex my foot, and I'm going to bend and extend at my knee. Now, I feel like I'm kind of leaning into that standing side, so make sure I'm going to anchor my forearm and elbow down on that working leg. Keep lifting the navel. Lengthen the neck and head away from the body. Sometimes we really want to kind of just rest our head here, so be cautious. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Now, hold the knee bend, and you can see how my knee is lifted and turned out. I'm going to tap the back of my other leg with that inside ankle, keeping the same shape of the leg. Good. Nice. Good job. 3 more. 2. Now hold it up and pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot down. Shift back a little bit. Stretch. Very good. Stay on your forearms right here. Maybe your hands are threaded through that back of the chair if there's a space. And then I'm going to lift and turn out my leg. Good. Hold the leg up. From here I'm going to extend and bend. So I'm really rotated on my femur, but I'm trying kind of to keep my hips a little square to the front. I want to try not to put too much weight on the arm that's the same side of my stabilizing leg. So make sure you're cautious with that. Bend and fully extend. Foot was flexed on the other side. Let's flex 3 more. 2, 1. Now hold the leg bent, lower it, lift 1. Tap 2. Remember, you're still turned out. Remember that passe shape? Very similar here. 3, 4, 5. Lengthen the back. 3 more. You're doing it. Draw those shoulders down. Now hold this last one up. Pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot down and give yourself a stretch. Woo, our legs are getting a workout today. You guys are doing great. Nice. Okay, so we are going to move our chair back out of our mat just a little bit, so you have your mat available. But I like my chair pretty close because we're going to be using it to tap the feet on during some of the ab work. So I'm going to start at the back end of the mat away from the chair. Do a roll down. Stretching everything. Roll out your wrists. Shake out your head. Bend your knees a little bit, palms down. Walk out in as few steps as you can with your hands lifting. Come to your plank. Now I know we did 3 planks on that chair. Really focusing on planks. So right here we're going to do a jack plank. So in this shape, I want you to bend your knees, step out of that mat. Bend, come into the center. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Knees bend in both directions. 10. Good. Bring your knees down. Separate the knees a little bit. Give yourself some space. Round the spine to cat. Lengthen, extend the spine to cow. 2 more. Round. Extend. And round. And extend. Nice. From there, take a seat. Face your chair. Roll down slowly. Pull the knees to the chest. Lower the shoulders out of the ears. We're going to go right for your 100, using your chair as a prop to hover the legs above in your turnout. If it's too low, take your straight legs higher. If it's still getting into your back, bend your knees to tabletop, okay? We all start tabletop, and we all start with the arms right above the shoulders. Excuse me. Back bones are down. Big breath in. Exhale, bow. Extend the legs. Turn out. Take them as low as you can to the chair. Pump the arms. Breathe in. Blow out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Blow out. Breathe in. Blow out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Blow out. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. My legs keep wanting to float up. 2 more. Pull the belly in tighter. 1 more time. Exhale. Now lower the legs. See if you can get your heels on the chair. Reach your arms up and back for the roll up. Separate your feet a little bit. Flex your feet into parallel. Lift up the head. Roll up. Tap your toes. I move my chair a little bit. So be cautious. You can really tell if you're using your legs or momentum. Really moving the chair now. We got 1 more. Woo! And bring it down. All right, I'm going to pull my chair a little bit to me. There we go. Kind of kicked it out. Take your hands, interlace your fingers, place them behind the head for single leg stretch. We're going to do that modification of holding up the head, helping support the weight of the head so the neck doesn't have to do it all. My knees are bent, my feet are flat, my legs are zipped. I'm going to curl forward first, and then I'm going to take my left leg and extend it right over the chair with pointed toes. I am just hovering. I'm not touching the seat of the chair. Then I'm going to pick up my right foot and pull my right knee in deeply. And I'm still curled. I'm looking to my toes. And then I'm going to switch my legs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do crisscross next with bent legs. So I'm going to rotate, lift up this opposite scapula, looking outside of that knee, and then switch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to pull both knees in, extend both legs out, double leg stretch. Bend, extend 2. Reach right over the chair. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now if you're versed in that classical Pilates and you're doing the arms, that's great, good for you. That's awesome, but if you want, you can have your hands here. Last time, single leg, straight leg stretch, double pump. 1, 2, tap that chair with the heel. How straight are your legs? Very straight, yes? Keep curling, keep lifting. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now pull the knees in. Lower your shoulders. Very nice. Those are tough. You guys did great. Okay, so make sure your chair is, again, close enough where your heels, close enough really to where the back of your ankles, maybe a little bit more on the chair. We're going to come up into teaser. Reaching the arms back behind you. Leave your legs right where they're at. Take a breath in. Lift the weight of the head. Roll up. Now you can see your legs, you may have to kind of adjust, are out there on the chair supported, which is great. But sometimes they tend to come up too high when I have that. So if we do these like on the back or the seat of the exo chair in the studio. So I'm going to roll back a little bit. Feel that tip of the tailbone. Then I'm going to bring one leg up. And I'm going to hold that leg up. And I'm going to take my arms now out. And I'm going to tap and lift that leg 10 times, holding the shape. 3. This is really concentrated, deep core work, powerhouse work. Breathing. 5 more. 4. Remember the leg you did, because you're going to do the other side after we come back down. Now we'll reach that leg down slowly. How slow can you go? Roll down. Oh, it was burning everything. Reach back. Very good. We come up to teaser first with the upper body into that half V. Breathe in. Exhale, lift the weight of the head, look forward, roll up. Fight for it. Use your hands a little bit right here. That's perfectly okay. Now I'm going to tuck under and roll back just a little bit, but lift through my chest and then take my arms off. If you need your hands behind, that's okay. Point the toes. Let's raise the other leg. 1, tap, 2, 3, 4. You've got to think abs. You've got to be drawing your abs in or you're going to get into your back. So pull that navel in. Pull those ribs back. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg down. How slow, 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 all the way down. Oh, I think I'm going to feel those. I already do. Good job. Okay, so now I'm going to take my feet off of the chair, back down to the mat, press the feet into the mat. I'm going to tuck my tail and prep my lumbar, and I'm going to roll up my pelvis until I'm in that pelvic bridge. Right, you're on the shoulder girdle, you're not on your neck. Then I'm actually, I think, going to walk my feet a little closer to my bum. And I'm going to lift up my heels. Okay, belly is in. Arms are down next to you, maybe even holding your mat. Stay in this bridge Lift your right leg to the ceiling, point your toes, drop the top of that right hip, and then lower. See if you can find your chair. 10 times. 2, belly in. 3, shoulders back. 4, how long can you make your leg? Can you make it feel like it's a little longer each time? Good job. 5 more. 4, really reach. 3, the good thing about being here under the patio is that I can see my timer. And then bring that leg down on your toes. Lift the pelvis up, pull the core in, draw the shoulders down, grab that mat. Other leg goes up, toes are pointed. Lift up the booty. Here we go. Lower the leg, tap. 1. This is a controlled, again, intentional movement. 3, 4, find length from the femur through the toes. 5, belly in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now listen up, we're going to bring that foot down. You're still up on your toes, your heels are lifted. Belly's in, booty squeezes. Pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it up, hold up the glutes. We haven't lowered at all. Turn the feet into Pilates V. Heels touching, toes on the mat, heels up. Good. Now, close your knees, open your knees. 10, 9, 8, 7. Squeeze the booty. 6, 5. Keep squeezing. Good job. 3 more. Keep lifting. 2, 1. Now, squeeze the legs together. Bring the feet together. Heels are still up, and then lower down. Oh, those calves are trying to cramp. Bring those legs up to the sky, flex and point. We did a lot of calf work today. Good job. All right, we're going to do a little inversion, a little reverse crunch. I want you to get a little closer to your chair. Cross your right ankle over your left. So the left outside ankle is seated on the chair. The right foot over the left. The knees are wide and apart. There's a pretty good bend of your knees. Your hands are going to hold your mat. You're going to reverse crunch over the body. Tap the chair. 2. Tap the chair. 3. 4, 5, the knees don't close on the crunch. 6, 7, chin slightly drawn down. 8, 9, 10. Reverse. Other foot on top. Here we go. 1, tap. 2, 3. Hopefully these little baby inversions, this little posterior work is getting easier and creating some really good strength and flexibility in your low back. 3 more. 2, 1. Nice. Now, hug your knees to your chest. Pull your heels into your butt. And I know you're closer to the chair, so be cautious on rolling like a ball. We're going to be rolling up to seated, but we're going to rock on our back 10 times first. So with the knees together, clasp your fingers, lift up through the head, and we're just going to start kind of rocking here. Now, I want you to stop on each of those balance points. So here and here, just for a little nanosecond. So here and here. Now, sometimes I find myself kind of rotating, but I want you to really draw your forehead to your knees and your knees to your forehead. And then go for 2 more. 1 more. And come up. Be careful with your chair. Good job. All right. So from here, we're going to sit into kind of a mermaid. I'm going to grab 1 dumbbell. So I have got, facing the camera here, I have got both knees bent at an angle. The leg that's in front, that foot is against the inner thigh of the leg that's kind of in the back. But my hips are square to the front, trying to push down the sits bone, the glutes of the back hip, you know, that outside hip. And I'm going to use the foot that's in the back, that same arm, has the weight. So I'm going to keep my arm a little bit soft and reaching out. My right hand that's on that front leg is going to press down to the forearm and lift up. Now I'm going to try not to rock up this hip. So I want to really keep that side of my pelvis anchored as much as possible. And if you're really tight in the front of your hips into your hip flexors, your psoas, your iliopsoas, all of those front of the hip up into, you know, the oblique area, all of that. If you're tight there, it may be harder. Good. We're going to do 3 more. This is our lateral flexion, our side bend. And 1 more time. And I still have this weight in my hand, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn, and then I'm going to turn away. So I'm going to bring it across. So a little rotation of the spine with a little single arm press. And I'm really trying to pull my belly in. I'm really trying to work onto my waist. Good. This kind of feels really great at the end. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Nice. Other side. So we want to sit in the mermaid. We do this on the reformer. It's a really great position again, but if your hips bother your knee, you may be just in Criss Cross or diamond. You can still do it there. Okay, so my outside arm is here. Same leg that's bent kind of more in the front is going to have the palm down, and I'm going to just go across, or just reach up and over the top of my head. 3, 4, 5, 6, really lifting, 7, 8, try not to collapse forward. 1 more time. Remember, anything we do in that side bend, pretend there's that wall in front of you, that wall behind you, okay? So I'm going to go across, reach across, rotate. Punching, reaching. Nice. Try not to lean. There's a tendency to want to kind of go with it like you're going to be in kickboxing or something, or follow through. Head is still on pelvis. I have to remind myself of that. Back in the day, I taught a lot of kickboxing, cardio kickboxing classes. 1 more time. So I tend to want to go into that follow-through punch. Okay, put that weight down. You guys did great. Let's go ahead and use our chair here. Again, I'm going to grab the side of it. My knees are together, and I'm just going to sit into child's pose. Drop my head down, shake out the head. I hope you enjoyed this workout. It was a little different. We did that little bit of cardio with those plank jumps or jacks, but not much. But hopefully you got the heart rate up. Sometimes it's nice to get the heart rate up where it is not in that anaerobic range, where you're not going to go into that lactic acid. Lift and lower your chin here. You'll be more of that fat burning heart rate, or more of the calories you burn are from the fat stores in your body, which I know I need. Menopause has not been kind, but it is what it is. I'm grateful I can keep moving, keep exercising. Okay, so we're going to bring those hands down. I'm going to curl my toes under. I'm going to go ahead and rock back onto my toes, kind of press into the heels, lower the shoulders. And then as you stand up, push into your fingertips, fold yourself in half, look at your knees. Now take one forearm back behind the calf, the other forearm back behind the calf, and pull your chest to your thighs, nose to your knees, and push up your pelvis. Draw your shoulders down and hold here for 3. Keep pushing those hips up, straighten your legs as much as possible. 2, keep pulling forward. 1, very good. Take the hands out in front of your toes and push yourself up slowly to standing. I'm going to turn forward here. Take that wide second position and just roll the shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and then I'm just going to get a nice big circle, reaching back, open the chest. Reach back, open the chest more, look up. Bring the arms up and around. Here we go, last time. Good. So stay in this wide turnout. Let's just go side to side here to stretch those inner thighs and quads. We did a lot of leg today. It's crazy to me with a bar workout how much you can get. The muscles of your quads, adductors, abductors, glutes, hamstrings, how much you can really challenge them. All right, turn the toes forward, bring the palms down on your mat, look back, keep the back flat, puff out your chest, stretch the hamstrings. Hold here, 3, sink a little lower, 2, sink a little lower, 1. You may not be able to come all the way down if your feet aren't wide enough. Mine aren't as wide as usual, but it's okay. And then roll yourself up. All right, you guys, you did fabulous. Thank you again. Have a really good Monday. We'll see you next time. Turn my camera off. Bye.